Hey, what is up there, fighting game fans? This is Vicious765 here, and today I want to talk a little bit about the latest trailer that we got for the new Blazblue game, which is going to be Blazblue Central Fiction. Now, a lot of butthurt has been going around the community. You know, we just got Blazblue, Chrono Phantasmics, and yada yada yada. But really, I see this more as good news than bad news, and let me tell you why. Listen, when Continuum Shift came out, like, to me, that was the period of snore. You know, it was a period of, oh my God, what's going to happen next? I really want to see what happened next in the story, you know, and I want to see the new characters that are in the story that, you know, are going to be in the new story, you know, and, you know, I didn't have to do that with Calamity Trigger, which is part of the reason why I feel more close to Calamity Trigger than Continuum Shift, because Calamity Trigger was just cut and dry, bam, and then we're moving on to Continuum Shift, and it even gave you the preview at the end of the true story, where it was like, whatever, some Continuum Shift. Now, when we go moving on to Continuum Shift, here we are at Continuum Shift, and then we got the DLC characters coming out. Big whoop, they don't have anything to do with the story, barely. Then we got Continuum Shift Extend, then we got Continuum Shift 2, then Continuum Shift Extend 2, or Continuum Shift Extend 2, or Continuum Shift 2, whatever. There's a whole lot of fucking Continuum Shift going on. You get what I'm saying, right? Now with Chrono Phantasma, they said they weren't going to do DLC. Now, obviously, with the release of PS4 and Xbox One, I guess I seen that as an opportunity to capitalize on it because, well, you know, you can record videos now. They know that, I'm pretty sure Arc System Works is aware that, you know, they're very popular when it comes to being recorded and putting on YouTube. So I think they did that as more of a business decision because it was smart. And they added the new characters in there, and they re-released it instead of doing like a patch. It's actually like another release, which, you know, that's all right by me because it was decent. You know, Lambda and Celica, don't really want to play with them and whatnot, but just the simple fact that I can put content on YouTube for you guys is good enough. Even though it's probably not that many that watch them, but, you know, it's just fun showing people what I could do sometimes. And, you know, I feel that's why they made Chrono Phantasma Extend, because they knew of the console shift, and they knew they had material that they could sort of work into the console shift. Now, moving on to Central Fiction and why I think it's a good idea. Now, Central Fiction, I'm not sure what the story base is going to be about, because the name Central Fiction implies it's going to be the center of Blazblue. Now, I don't know too much about the whole thing of Blazblue, because Blazblue has multiple novels. Like, there's the new character Naoto, whatever his name, Kugane or whatever, he is actually he's the main character of Blazblue Blood Edge, which is a novel. I don't know if Calamity Trigger was I don't know if the game was made first or the novel, but I'm thinking it's the novel because of the way, you know, the story is established. But anyway, moving on. So this character is the main character of a Blazblue novel. Does this mean that he's going to be the main character in the game? Because, spoiler alert, Ragnar the Blood Edge, he is taken over by the Azure Grimoire at the end of Chrono Phantasma. And it leads us to believe that, you know, he's probably going to have some sort of alternate form in Blazblue, the next Blazblue. But we don't know anything just yet. It seems like he's quite normal when we look at his gameplay on Central Fiction. We don't know if it's a prequel, though, or a sequel. Well, I don't know this, at least. It's going to have to be a sequel if Celica's in it, right? But moving on. So this is going to be another story advancement, and we won't have to wait years upon years and have to bullshit and dick around with, you know, extensions of a game that's already played out, like Continuum Shift. Sorry. Continuum Shift is just like, it was a long, boring period where it was like, you know, I'm not buying any of these expansions, so, you know, give me some more story content. And that is the reason why I think Central Fiction will be good, because it's like, you know, we're moving on, and if they learn their lesson, tops there might be one extend of this game instead of, you know, like Continuum Shift, where it was like too many. Another thing people are saying is it doesn't look any different. Like, see, what they're saying, why doesn't it look like Guilty Gear? Because Blazblue is its own game is the best answer I could provide for that. Because honestly, that's like asking why Tekken doesn't look like Soul Calibur. Why would you want both products looking the same? They're two different products. You don't want Pepsi. Doesn't Pepsi like own like fucking Mountain Dew or something like that? You don't want Pepsi looking like Mountain Dew. You don't want Coke looking like fucking Pepsi. You know, it's two different brands. I mean, it's the same brand, two different things, two different products. You know. So that's the best answer I could provide for that. Not like Guilty Gear looks godly over BlazBlue. I mean, honestly, I like the anime from BlazBlue more than Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear, it looks good, but it's like false anime. It's like giving you the illusion that it's an anime fighter still, or, you know, something along those lines. So I prefer BlazBlue's look, and I will say this. People are saying that, you know, they got the same stages. It looks the same. I mean, it looks the same. They got the same stages, but really you're buying this game for the story content, the balance changes, and the new characters. I mean, that's the reason why you buy the sequel to any fighting game. Like, I'm sure most of the people that got Super Street Fighter 4 didn't get Super Street Fighter 4 because, you know, it looked different. That's just the way things go with these anime fighters. I mean, I'm sure Under Night Burst's going to look the same if it has a sequel, and I'm sure it might have some of the same stages. Actually, I actually hope it does, because, you know, Under Night Birth and BlazBlue, they're the games that are keeping things going with the anime fighters. Persona may have been on its last leg. It's sad to say. It's one of the most played fighting games in Japan, but really I don't think they're going to make another sequel to that unless they do it with Persona 5, which that would be very interesting to see. I can't wait to see what they do with that. But yeah, BlazBlue Central Fiction, I can't wait to see what it's about. What do you guys think? Do you think I should actually do a little bit more narrative on the storylines? Because I was thinking maybe I could start a segment where I could actually read the storylines of the characters and actually give my input on them as they go along. Because I did the Tekken, I'm just still doing the Tekken Mysteries thing. I'm just trying to think of what else to do, because there's a lot to go off of. And, you know, that took off more than I expected, because when that started, I was like at I think I was like at 375 subscriber wise, you know, even though I don't get that many views. I actually got up to like 407 within like 4 or 5 videos, or 400 to like after 4 or 5 videos. Like, wow. But would you guys like to see more story narratives? Because I love going over the rich histories of games such as BlazBlue and whatnot. Not so much MK, but if you want it, I'll go over it, because it'd be a great refresher. But bottom line, BlazBlue Central Fiction, am I getting it because I'm a fighting game fanatic and I just gotta have it? I don't think so. I think I'm getting it because I like BlazBlue and I want to see where the story goes, because I'm itching to find out, because Chrono Phantasma had a great story. And if you haven't checked it out, I would love to narrate it for you and tell you exactly what's going on. Or you can check it out on Wikipedia. Things I would be expecting from Central Fiction. Everybody keeps saying there's 2 new characters. Like, obviously, at the end of the trailer, they showed Magister 9, which is Kokinoe's mother and Jubei's baby's mama. And, you know, obviously, they're going to put her in the game. If they're not, they're just fucking trolling. So really, I'm thinking 3 new characters, and we might be seeing some more, because you guys gotta remember, there's a bunch of characters in the BlazBlue universe that we see time and time again that don't get put into the game at first. Like, classic example would be Valkenhayn, Platinum, Makoto, and Relius. All these characters are in the game in a Continuum Shift, but they don't get put into the game until Extend for no goddamn reason. And Kokinoe, she's obviously in all the games, but she didn't join anything until Chrono Phantasm, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so I think if they're going to add anybody else, they might put Jubei in there if they're bold enough. They might put Jubei, and they might put Torakaka. Torakaka is Tao's sister, I believe. I don't think it's her mother. I think it's her sister or something like that. I have to refresh my memory and go over the lore. But yeah, I'm expecting more characters. I can't wait to see the new moves. I think the new art sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's better than anything I would ever be able to do freehand. But I mean, I think it's a tradition, like every second canon installment, to make the character art look subpar. Because, you know, in Calamity Trigger, it looked very anime, super anime, more anime than it actually ever is. and Continuum Shift, it looked ugly. Like, there's no good way to put it. It looked ugly. Like, if you look at Ragnar, he looks fucking stupid. He looks ugly. He looks like, argh! Like, and then his, in Continuum, in, Calamity Trigger, he just looks like, huh? You know, shit like that. And, Chrome Phantasma had it perfect. Like, I will never stop saying they had it perfect. Like, Ragnar looked like Ragnar. Hazama looked like Hazama. Who else? Goddamn, Azrael looked like Azrael. Terami looked like Terami. It looked animated and it looked good. Like, look at Lambda's character art. And look at, the character art on Central Fiction. I know it's a small thing to bitch about, but compared to some of the other things these guys are saying about the new, you know, the sequel to this game with a great storyline, with great features, with great practice mode, great decent balancing, and, you know, these fun, memorable characters, like, compared to what they were saying about how it looks like BlazBlue still, like, come on, is it really that bad? Anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Think about what I said, though. Do you really want me to, like, narrate some of these storylines? And if so, what requests do you got? I'll catch you later.